guys, and welcome back to the beauty room. In today's video, I am going to be recreating my African inspired look that I wore for our Black History program at church this month. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling in my brows. I did go ahead and do my foundation off camera, so I'm just filling in my brows really quick, and I'm currently using either the Kiss eyebrow pencil, or I think this one might be by NYX, and I'm just going to fill in both brows here and just kind of brush them, try to get them as close to looking the same as I can since I did mess them up. I'm going to hit a quick little shimmy, pop the collar, and then we are going to go ahead and conceal the brows. And I'm using this concealer by Fenty. It's in the shade 400. It is a little red, but once I kind of blend everything out around the eyes, it does work very well. I'm going to be removing the concealer later in this video from above the eyes. I didn't remember that I didn't need to conceal on top just because something else is going to go there. So once we are done with that, I'm just going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend everything out around the brows, make sure everything is nice and blended. And then once we finish with that, I'm going to move on to the It's My Ray Ray palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Control Freak. As you can see, that is one of my favorite transition shades. I've already hit pan on it, and I'm just going to be taking that shade and I'm going to be blending it out all over the crease. And this is just going to be the first color that we use. We are going to be building this up just to deepen it, but this is the first color that we're using, blending it out. I'm going to move on to the Fenty Snap Shadows, and I'm going to be using this gray shade in here. And I'm going to be taking this gray shade and I'm going to be putting it right up under the transition color. And this is what we are going to do to just kind of build and deepen that crease. I am going to switch out brushes here just because I wanted to use a brush that's a little bit more precise so that I can get the color directly under the transition color and not on top, because we don't want to hide that first color. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that I get that color on, make sure it is all blended out and good to go. I'm going to go back in with my blending brush just to make sure that there are no harsh lines or anything like that. And then we are going to move on right into that purple shade, and I'm just going to take that purple color and I'm going to put that right on the lid. I should have used either an eyeshadow base or like sprayed my brush with some Fix Plus or something like that just to kind of help intensify the color, because it did come off kind of light. It's more of a metallic purple. But I just kind of packed that on as best I could just to make sure that the color stood out. Dancing some more here. I don't know what I was listening to. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to move on to my Morphe palette. And there's another red-orange transition color in here that I'm going to be using. And I'm just going to take that color and put that color in the crease as well. And I'm going to use that one more so on the outer corners just to kind of give it a little bit more of a dramatic effect. And then we're going to drag it into the inner crease as well once we're done. And then we're just going to make sure that it's all blended out. I am then going to go back in with the purple and just take that purple and put a little bit more on the lid just because some of the color got lost. And then we're just going to blend everything out all nice. Moving on to my shimmer sticks, I'm going to take the color Espresso and I'm going to use that color to contour my face. And I'm just putting it on my forehead, down the sides of my face and my cheeks here. And then I'm just going to take a brush and blend it out. And I'm also contouring my nose a little bit. And we're just going to blend everything out. Next time I won't use so much. It did take a while to blend all of this out, but I wanted to make sure it was a little bit more dramatic, just because it was a look for a special occasion. So we're going to go ahead and blend all of that out. And then just to help with the blending process, I went back in with the Beauty Blender directly on that line of demarcation, just to kind of make sure that everything was all good to go and that it looked all nice and blended. Once I finish with that, I am going to go ahead and move on to setting powder, and I'm just going to set under my eyes here and around my mouth and in some of the places where the makeup tends to move. I do have dry skin, but I do still set my face just because I make sure that I prep under my skin. So we are all set and good to go. I'm going to take some of that purple color and I'm going to put it underneath my lash line. And then I'm going to move on to eyeliner, which I am not good at putting eyeliner on camera. And I am used to being able to put my elbow down to put the liner on. So it's a little difficult doing it in front of the camera. Next, I'm going to move on to putting on mascara. And I think I am using the Fenty mascara. It's not really better than the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which is my favorite one, but it's okay. Then I'm going to move on, and now you're going to see me take off the concealer and makeup above my brows, just because now we're going to be adding some, I guess you could call it graphics. And I'm just going to be taking this white pencil. It's a white eyeliner, like cream pencil that I got from the beauty supply store. And I'm just using that to add the dots above my brows. I tried to make sure I did the same number of dots on each side. And then I'm going to also take that and do 3 down the middle. It was a little crooked, so I did go back and just try to make it even, or as even as possible. And once I am done with that and everything looks to my liking, I'm going to go back and just kind of blend around it so everything looks nice. I'm then going to take this red liquid lipstick and I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Once that is to my liking, I am going to move on to the shimmer stick in Cinnamon, which is like a highlighter shade. And I'm just going to use that to highlight my face. So nose and cheeks. And I love this stuff. It's very universal. Sometimes I use it on the lid by itself on a day where I'm not doing a full face. And it's really nice. Next I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to go ahead and blend that out really nice. And I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that it is blended out and everything. I don't want to have any harsh lines or anything like that. Last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and put on this hair tie that I got from the beauty supply store. It actually came with a turban attached to it, but it didn't really look right, so I just cut the turban part off and just used the straps to tie around my head. And I'm also going to go ahead and add my earrings to this look as well. Once I go ahead and put my earrings on, that is going to complete the look for you guys. And so this was a really festive look that I wore to church for our Black History program. It's really outside of my comfort zone, but I hope you guys like it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.